Hi guys, in today's lesson, I'm going to teach you the concept of least and greatest value in sets. This is the area where many students struggle. So I'm going to try my level best to make this as simple as possible for you guys. So to begin with, we're going to start talking about least value of both events and least value of not both. The area of A intersection B where it's written X is considered least value of both events. And the area outside set A and B is considered least value of not both events. If any value is not given to us for that, we always assume the least value of not both event is what? 0. Got this? So for least value of both events or not both events, we need to make a Venn diagram like this, as simple as this. Now let's move to greatest value of both events and not both. In the concept of greatest value of both event and not both events, you need to make a Venn diagram which involve a subset. The circle, the set inside always be the one which has less value, and the set outside will always be the one which has bigger value. X is the greatest value of both events and Y represent what bache? Greatest value of not both events. You'll get this concept once I'm done with the first question. Let's begin. In a group of 42 people, 30 people speak Spanish, 20 speak French. Find the smallest possible number of people who speak both Spanish and French. Need to find out smallest possible value. That means I need to make a diagram of least. So I'm going to make it like this. And I'm going to make two circles. Okay. Spanish, French. In the middle, I'm going to write X. There's no value given to us for people who don't speak Spanish or French. So I'm going to assume it's what? 0. Total Spanish are 30. So this will become 30 minus X. Total French are 20. So this will become 20 minus X. Do you get this? Now let's add this. 30 minus X plus X plus 20 minus X. I can cancel this and equate to what? In this question, how many people were there? 42. It's going to be bache 50 minus x equal to 42. So my value of x will be 8. The least value of people speaking both Spanish and French is what bache? It's 8. And now if I talk about the least value of people who don't speak Spanish and French, it's always assume 0 if it's not given in the question. Now comes the concept of greatest value. It says find the largest possible number of people who speak neither Spanish nor French. So we are talking about both events. So I'm going to make a Venn diagram in a shape of subset. Okay. Now comes the challenge. Which one will be inside and which one will be outside? French has 20 people, Spanish has 30 people. So which one has less people? French. It's going to come inside. Spanish will go outside. Got this? So how many people French has? 20. Spanish has total 30. Like this means that this entirely should be 30. And 20 people are already there. So that means more 10 people will come. So overall Spanish is now what bache? 30. In total, how many people were there in the question? 42. And 30 are involved in Spanish. So how many will come outside, guys? 12. Do you get this? So the question asks you, here the question is asking greatest value of people who speak neither Spanish nor French. So my answer will be what? 12. But if the question asks you greatest value of people speaking French and Spanish, speaking both. So my answer will be this value, that's what, 20. So it's just that whenever the question involves least value of both event, not both event, or greatest value of both event, not both event, it's just about these two diagrams. Do you get this? Let's do one more example. So if I see this question, it says there are 50 people on a tour. One day, 26 people went on the morning cruise and 29 to evening barbecue. Using a Venn diagram or otherwise, answer the following question. Okay, part A is not related to least and greatest value, but I'm just solving it. It was thought that four people went on both events. The four will come here. And one person to neither. One will go here. Total morning cruise by how many people went? 26. So let's write morning cruise here, evening barbecue here. 26 minus 4 will give us 22. And total on evening barbecue, how many people went? 29. What's 29 minus 4? 25. If I add this, 22 plus 4 plus 25 plus 1, it add up to what, guys? 52. But the question says how many people were there on the tour? 50. Which means, which means this was not possible. You get this? By this information, I'm getting the answer 52, but the question states that there were 50 people, which clearly shows that this was not possible. You get this? Now, part B. Find the greatest and least value of number who could have gone to both ends. So, for the least value, I'm going to make a Venn diagram like this. It's going to be morning cruise and it's going to be evening barbecue. In the middle, I'm going to have X. Morning cruise will be 26 minus X and evening barbecue will be 29 minus X. Yes. And in the case of least, you always assume it's 0 until and unless the question gives you any value. Let's add this. 26 minus X plus 29 minus X. In total, how many people were there in the question? 50. Let's equate to 50. Minus x plus x cancel out. What's 26 plus 29 is? It's 55. 55 minus x is equal to 50. X is what? 5. So the least value who could have gone to both events is what? 5. And the least value who could have not gone to both events is 0. This is not asked in the question, but I'm just telling so you get the concept. Now comes the greatest value of people who could have gone to both events. Okay. So for greatest value, I'm going to make a Venn diagram like this. Now tell me, morning cruise has less people or evening barbecue has less people? Morning cruise. The morning cruise will come inside and evening barbecue will go outside. In morning cruise, how many people were there? 30, 26. In evening barbecue, there are total 29 people. 26 are already here. So how many more needed? 3. These 26 people represent that they are going for morning cruise also and evening barbecue also. Now, in the question, there were 50 people, out of which 29 are going on evening barbecue and उसमें से 26 are going on morning cruise. How many are left? 50 minus 29 is what? 21. So now the question is asking you for greatest value who could have gone to both events. So my answer will be this value, that's what? 26. But if the question asks you the greatest value of people not going to both events, so the answer would be 21. Do you get this, guys? So this was the concept of least and greatest value of both events or not both events. But there is more about least and greatest value other than both events and not both events, which I'm doing in the other lesson. So I'm going to end my lesson here. Till then, guys, take care. Bye. Hi, guys. This lesson is part 2 of the least and greatest value concept. In part 1, we discussed the least and greatest value of both event or not both event. But if you see questions here, it says find the lowest number of students in the group. Or it says N people own a bicycle, find the smallest and largest possible value of people who own a bicycle. They're not talking about the least and greatest value of both events. In these type of question, you will end up drawing a subset diagram. I'm going to make that. Okay, so in the first question, it says 30 people play cricket and 38 play football. 9 play neither cricket nor football. So you're going to make two circles, number one, and I'm going to make the other circle, that's this one. Okay, so which set has less people? Cricket. So cricket will come inside. And which set has more people? Football. How many people were there in football? 30. 30 is already here. I'm going to add 8 more. So it's going to become what? 30. 9 people play neither football nor cricket. So 9 will come outside. Let's add this. 30 plus 8 plus 9. So what will be my answer? 30 plus 8 is 38. 38 plus 9 is what? 47. Do you get till this point, guys? Now, let's do one more example. It says in a group of 25 people, 11 people own a bicycle and a skateboard, and 6 people own neither a bicycle nor a skateboard. N people own a bicycle. Okay. As I'm making two Venn diagram, I'm going to tell you why. Okay. So I told you, if it's not both events or both events, you need to make a subset. So I'm done making a subset. Now the question told us that 11 people own both a bicycle or skate. So in the middle, it's going to be 11. 6 people own neither a bicycle nor a skateboard. 6 will come outside. Now, do you know that number of people owning a bicycle were less than skateboard or more? You don't know that. So there is a possibility that this can be bicycle, this can be skateboard, or this can be skateboard, this can be bicycle. In this case, if this is bicycle, so that means number of people who own a bicycle will be what? 11. This is the smallest value. If this is bicycle, how will you get the value? Let's write x here and let's add. X plus 11 plus 6 is equal to how many people were involved in the question? 25. It's going to be x equal to 25 minus 17. That makes 8. So this is 8. So total number of people in bicycle will be 11 plus x. That's going to be 11 plus 8. That's going to be 19. So what's the smallest value? 11. What's the largest value? 19. So if the question talk about least and greatest value of both events or not both events, I taught you which diagram. And if the question talk about any other thing, you need to use your brain and make a subset diagram and just solve it. So we are done with all the concepts of sets at this point. I'm going to end my lesson here. Till then, take care, guys. Bye.